The phone vibrated once on the counter. Not a call, a video. I didn't touch it at first. I watched the screen light up, then dim, like a pulse failing, like a warning. Outside, the harbor breathed, slow, oily waves tapping against concrete, the kind of sound that pretends to be calm while swallowing things whole. I opened the message. It wasn't sent to me. That was the point. The angle was wrong, too intimate, the kind of frame you don't notice until it's too late. Her shoulder, her laugh, a man's hand at her waist like it belonged there. She leaned in, paused, then she kissed him. Not hurried, not guilty, deliberate. I noticed the details my heart tried to ignore. The ring light reflection in the window, the open tailgate behind them, the logo on the truck door. He knew I'd see it. She knew I was watching. My breath stayed steady. I trained it that way. The body wants to react before the mind can catch up. I don't let it. I replayed the kiss, slower, frame by frame. There was no confusion in her face, no fear, only choice. The message ended. The phone went dark again. I didn't throw it. I didn't swear. I didn't sit down. I smiled, because something inside me finally clicked into place. And once it does, it doesn't let go. She came home late that night, perfume rearranged to smell accidental. She kissed my cheek like a receipt stamped and filed away. "You're quiet," she said. I nodded. Quiet is safer than lies. We ate dinner across from each other. She talked about traffic, about a coworker, about nothing. Her voice slid over the surface of things, careful not to sink. I watched her hands. They didn't shake. That was the tell. People think guilt looks like panic. It doesn't. It looks like practice, like repetition, like someone who's rehearsed a story so many times they forget which parts were real. I didn't ask about the truck. I didn't ask about him. I asked about us. She smiled, soft, familiar, weaponized. "We're good," she said. "We always are." I remembered the night she swore her love to me. The words felt expensive back then, like something you protect. Now they sounded leased. Later in bed, she turned away from me, space carefully measured, intimacy rationed. I stared at the ceiling and replayed the video again in my head. She hadn't flinched. That mattered. I didn't confront her. I cataloged. Phone records first. Not the messages. Those were clean. Too clean. I checked metadata, login times, location pings that didn't line up with her stories. Then the truck. It wasn't his, not officially. Shell company, temporary registration, the kind of asset people use when they don't want attachments. I visited the marina during lunch, asked questions like I belonged there. People talk when you don't sound angry. They talk more when you listen. The truck had been seen before, parked late, engine running, music loud enough to pretend it was normal. I pulled credit histories, found a name folded into hers like a footnote, found transfers disguised as groceries. I slept beside her every night. She slept easily. That told me everything. When the evidence was complete, I printed it, not for proof, for ceremony. Truth deserves to be held. I waited. Patience is not forgiveness. It's alignment. I placed the folder on the table between us on a Sunday morning. Coffee steamed, light came in clean through the window. It felt almost kind. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer. She opened it, page by page. The color drained slowly, like a tide pulling back. The video still, the timestamps, the transfers, the registration. Her breath hitched. Finally, "It's not," she started. I raised a hand. "Don't," I said. Calm, even. "This is the part where you stop." She looked at me like she'd never seen me before, like she was trying to find the man she practiced lying to. "I knew," I said, "before you sent it, before you kissed him." Her mouth opened, closed. I watched something break behind her eyes. That was enough. I took her to the harbor that night. We stood at the edge, wind sharp, water black. She followed me without asking why. People do when they know the end is already written. The truck wasn't there. She noticed. Her confusion bloomed too late. I showed her the transfer receipt. Salvage auction. Anonymous buyer. Quick turnaround. "Where is it?" she whispered. I gestured to the water. "Weight does the rest," I said. "Machines don't float when the paperwork disappears." She cried then, loud, messy, real at last. I felt nothing. "Did you?" she began. "No," I said. "I didn't touch him." That hurt her more. "I took away what he used," I continued, "and what you hid behind." She reached for me. I stepped back. "That's the last thing you don't get to do." I left her there, framed by the harbor lights in her own reflection in the water. At home I packed only what was mine, which turned out to be less than I expected. I didn't block her number. Silence is louder when it's chosen. Days passed, then weeks. The anger never came. Neither did relief. Only clarity. Some people think revenge is about punishment. It isn't. It's about removal, about extracting poison without spilling it inside yourself. I kept my name, my sleep, my control. She lost the story she thought she was writing, and I learned the truth that matters most. Love isn't what breaks you. Belief is.